Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rubab Buzdar, and today the topic that I'm going to present is popular recruitment sites, training and development, internal communication, and engagement. What is recruitment? In human resource management, recruitment is the process of finding and hiring the best and most qualified candidate for a job opening in a timely and cost-effective manner. It can also be defined as the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating and encouraging them to apply for jobs in an organization. It is one whole process with a full life cycle that begins with identification of the needs of the company with respect to the job and ends with the introduction of the employee to the organization. Now, when we speak of the recruitment process, we immediately think of activities such as the analysis of the requirements of a specific job, attracting candidates to apply for that job, screening the applicants and selecting among them, hiring the chosen candidates to become new employees of the organization, and integrating them into the structure. Obviously, the main reason why the recruitment process is implemented is to find the persons who are best qualified for the positions within the company and who will help them towards attaining organizational goals. But there are other reasons why a recruitment process is important. To ensure proper alignment of skill sets to organizational goals, through recruitment, organizations make sure that the skill set of the staff or manpower of the company remains aligned to its initiatives and goals. In the event that they notice some positions do not really contribute to the advancement of the organization towards its goals, then it can take the proper action to correct this, probably through job redesign, restructuring of the workforce, or conduct of job enrichment programs. The next step would be to ensure effective and efficient recruiting. Effective recruiting means that the person employed for the job is the best possible candidate for it, with all the required skills, talents, and qualification for the job. Efficient recruiting, on the other hand, means that the process has been carried out without incurring a lot of costs on the part of the organization. By following the process, there is a greater chance that the Human Resources Department can get the best possible person for the job. The rapid diffusion of the web and new technologies have significantly changed the landscape of how we communicate with each other and how organizations use technology to attract, acquire, and retain a new generation of employees. Social media websites are now ubiquitous among organizations as they allow recruiters to source, contact, and screen both active and passive job applicants. A recent study shows that up to 51% of employers are currently screening applicants' social network content, and a high percentage of these firms have rejected applicants based on reviewing material they found online. Organizations are also using online software, social networks, and other platforms to conduct what is now called social recruiting. This whole process is called social recruiting. Now, what are the most popular recruitment sites? Indeed. Indeed is a juggernaut in the world of recruiting. They are now the most highly trafficked job site in the US, surpassing Monster in 2010. They support a number of different job posting methods, but they are famous for popularizing the pay-per-click model, that is the PPC model. With this model, you set a maximum budget that you wish to spend and set a bid that you are willing to pay per click. For example, let's say you are willing to spend $100, then with a 25-cent bid, you can expect 400 people to look at your ad. Now, what the main question would be is to who should use Indeed. Indeed is a fantastic resource for most recruiters and business owners. For low-skill jobs, it's tough to beat their price and performance. In my experience, for lower skill positions, you'll only pay a few dollars per application. What makes it great? Indeed has the largest reach of any job site in the US and many other countries, and their pay for performance model can help keep costs much lower than most of their competitors. The potential cons would be The knock you'll hear sometimes against Indeed is quantity over quality. However, it is a great low-cost option and you can always stop your budget if the quality is not meeting your standards. A pro tip would be that Indeed also supports resume search. If you want to be proactive, you can search their candidate database for likely fits to your position. At the very least, this option is worth a few quick searches to see if you find the perfect fit. Now we'll see the next best recruiter site. Glassdoor. Glassdoor is known for its company reviews where employees rate their employers, but they're also one of the fastest growing job boards in the world. It's a fantastic recruitment option if your company has a strong profile. People like to work for companies with a positive company culture, and honest reviews from employees is a great way to sell what your company has to offer outside of just a salary. They offer a free trial of up to 10 jobs for 7 days. Now, who should use Glassdoor? Glassdoor excels with hiring for skilled positions. A lot of their candidates have 4-year college degrees, a far greater percentage than you'll find on sites like Indeed and Craigslist. What makes it great? Company reviews in combination with a powerful job board make Glassdoor a unique and compelling option. Potential cons would be that their price point is significantly higher than many of the other options on the list. A pro tip would be to take the time to curate your company profile, and you could even ask your current employees to put up reviews to help with your recruitment. The next one is Craigslist. To people outside of the hiring industry, the popularity of Craigslist can seem surprising, but despite the lack of user interface updates since their beginnings back in 1995, they are still one of the best recruiting sites available. Craigslist has tremendous reach in many parts of the US, and the relatively low cost makes it a fantastic resource. Up until the last few years, Craigslist was free in most areas, but they have been expanding their paid goods. However, the cost is still low, but it varies from different area to different areas. Who should use Craigslist? Craigslist excels at providing applicants to blue-collar and entry-level jobs. It can also be a great tool for any type of job in certain areas where it has its largest reach. Similarly, the cost per application should be less for entry-level jobs. What makes it great? People criticize Craigslist for never changing, but that's also one of its greatest strengths. It's simple, low cost, and for many types of jobs, highly effective. Potential cons, as the biggest downside to Craigslist is posting a job will often lead to a lot of non-applicant emails from a variety of solicitors. You will also be left on your own to manage everything, as most of the problem people face these days. As Craigslist is simply a classified ad service, finally getting any kind of customer support from Craigslist is nearly impossible. A pro tip would be to make sure you use a different email address than your primary address and never put a real email anywhere in your ad. Now, there are many other sites, just like Proven, that is a job board, job distribution tool, and an applicant tracking system that will plaster your job out to over 100 different job boards and sites. You create your job, once in Proven, will automatically place your ad all over the web. All job applicants will come into your Proven account where you can manage the hiring process. Proven also provides integrations to premium job boards like Sponsored, Indeed, Monster, Career Builder, Craigslist, Glassdoor, and ZipRecruiter. You can try Proven for free for 5 days. Now, who should use Proven? Proven specializes in small business hiring. It excels at filling positions in the restaurants, hospitality, sales, and office work industries. Now, what makes it great? You only need one login and one site to reach not only every job site on this list but many others. Now, we'll talk about one of the most popular sites that we've all heard of. That is LinkedIn. If you're a recruiter, you are likely already very familiar with LinkedIn. It's tough to talk recruiting websites without including LinkedIn. Many know LinkedIn as a business network, but it is also a powerful job board and recruitment platform. Since millions of people have comprehensive LinkedIn profiles detailing their work and educational history, you can use sophisticated search and targeting to reach the right candidates. LinkedIn used to charge a flat rate for a job posting but has recently switched to a performance-based model where you can set daily and maximum budgets. Now, they also offer a recruiter tool that allows you to use powerful search options to find matches for your job and contact them. This only makes sense if you are doing a large volume of jobs as a license. Now, who should use LinkedIn? It's a must-have if you make your living as a recruiter, also a great resource for hiring high-end white-collar positions. What makes it great? Powerful search and targeting based on LinkedIn profiles. Now, the potential cons. Hiring on LinkedIn can be expensive in comparison to other sites on this list. Make sure it makes sense for the type of position you need to fill. That is the most important part. A pro tip would be if you are constantly hiring for high skill jobs, it's worth investing in a recruiter license so you can proactively source talent. Now we'll talk about training and development. As organizations compete in a global market, businesses need to prepare their employees to be more effective. Organizations can use social media tools to assess meta knowledge about the type of employees it has, as well as their knowledge, skills, and abilities. For example, Avaya used collaborative tags to identify organizational experts and integrated these data into a communication systems. Social media tools can assist organizations in this process in multiple ways, such as informing teams separated by geographic distance, time, culture, and organizational boundaries. Social media offers organizations the ability to share practices and promote information. The use of social media allows individuals to develop weak network ties and create a more robust organizational network. These associations can help workers gain access to others in the company, which reduces the role of gatekeepers who traditionally control access to these individuals. Employees using social media, particularly those in less powerful organizational positions, may be able to use the ease of associations. If they are able to garner social resources that can be beneficial to the employee as well as the organization. Internal communication and engagement. Now, we are working in such an environment where most people feel disconnected or not engaged at work. Now, there may be some of the factors that are included, but these things that people feel disconnected and less engaged at work can lead to higher absenteeism, higher turnover. Now, if used appropriately, social media can be a productive platform to improve employee engagement. It can support employee engagement in a number of ways. First, they can improve internal communications. They can improve the sharing and exchanging of ideas, by which there will be people that will be more open to each other, and this will be an effective communication, and with that, they can achieve success. There may be some concerns as well, but if used properly, we can make the future bright by using these techniques in the right way. Now, if I were to give an example that how social media can support employee engagement, I would give the example of L'Oreal, a cosmetic company that believes that people will have greater trust in information about what it's like to work for a company when it comes from their peers on social media, rather than from the company. Therefore, they use various social tools and tagging, for example, hashtags, to get their employees to talk about their work lives on personal social media sites to show organizational transparency, promote corporate values, and build brand awareness. They also have one hashtag, hashtag L'Oreal Community, which employees use to convey corporate culture and talk about their coworkers. Now, that will be all, and I'm sure that will be helpful for anyone who wants to learn about the recruitment and the whole process and how social media is playing its part. Thank you so much.